Hi, I'm Alice. Welcome back to the channel. Here we discuss Oracle card wisdom and how it relates to our lives. And remember that if something resonates with you, you could keep that. And then if it doesn't, just let it go. So here we go. Okay, so let's get started. Today I used the Shaman Stream Oracle. So that is a lovely oracle, but the cards that came up today is number 5, closing door completion, and empty well, time to replenish, number 16. So if these numbers come up for you in any way, know that it's definitely time for you to look at this. So let's start with the first one that came up, which was closing door completion. Yeah, that's a big one for a lot of us. So this is about endings and your greater calling. When the door closes, the closing door shows up. It's a call to recognize an ending, to terminate a relationship, job, task, or situation that has been dragging on far too long. I think we're all familiar with that, right? Sometimes we hold on to things and we don't even know why we're doing it, but sometimes we do. So this is the time to think about that. Unlock the cage you have been trapped in and shut the door behind you. This is not the time to worry about what others might think or feel. Instead, break with routine, consider what you think and how you feel, and be true to your heart's calling. It's time to walk out that door. If you do not see a door but only a solid wall in front of you, ask for assistance. Muster the courage to say, no more. Remember as well that no one else needs to be wrong in order for you to do what you've known you needed to do for a long time. If the door to a project or a relationship has been closed to you, stop knocking on it. You have tried that already and no one answered. At least not in the way you would have liked. Take this as a gift, difficult and painful as it might be. Time to move on, or just move on. Every door that shuts in an invitation is an invitation to find another way, another path to your destination. Better to recognize this earlier rather than later. How many of us leave a relationship or job years after we knew it was time to move on? I know I have. Stop wallowing in the pain and lingering on the reasons why things do not work. It is keeping you from your greater calling. Bow deeply before that closed door. Give thanks to the lessons and set yourself free. So much of the time we are so not wanting to fail or in that mind frame that it keeps us from moving forward. But most of the time, these things are not failures. It's just not for us. Remember that whatever is for us, we will never miss. It will always be there for you. So when you see this closing door, there's a reason for that. There's something else waiting for you on the other side, right? So I know it's challenging sometimes when those doors are just close to us and we just wanted it so badly or whatever it might be. But there's a reason why that's no longer there for us. So we have to keep that in the forefront and remember that it's important for us to move forward when we see these closed doors. Okay? Okay, let's read the other card. Number 16, the empty well. Time to replenish. Let's see how this connects to the other one, yeah? The empty well reveals that there is nothing for you here. Isn't that interesting? We just talked about closed doors, right? The well is dry and the desert is encroaching on your once fertile garden. It is time to face this harsh reality and move on. Exactly what we were talking about with the closed door, right? Give gratitude and thanks for the abundance you have experienced and let Spirit guide you to your next destination. This might mean saying goodbye to someone or something or insisting on changing the rules of the game. Stop diminishing yourself for the sake of another. Make yourself small. Making yourself small will not produce the results you want. Yeah, very, very important to remember. Yep. Receive the empty well as a gift. Do not exert your energy and waste your resources by repairing the walls or mending the rope. This is the same thing like the closed door. Stop knocking on the door. Stop. You don't need to repair the wall of the well, right? Stop. Do not exert your energy and waste your resources by repairing the walls or mending the rope. Follow the water's course way, the aquifers that run deep in the earth, and you will be led to a new spring oasis. It's the same concept. It's very interesting that both of these came out at the same time, because that means we really have to listen. We really have to get this part. Source, spirit, whoever is trying to get a message to us today. We need to really look at those closed doors and how we can replenish ourselves from these diminished feelings that we may have inside. Yeah, because it talks about stop diminishing yourself for the sake of another. Yeah, remember who you are. Remember your power. Remember your light. You can find these underground streams, these rich natural resources, in the subterranean depths of your own heart. Yeah, these two cards go hand in hand. So think about this. Take some time before you move on to the next video, maybe. But think about it. How are you going to replenish yourself? Just because the door closed doesn't mean, oh my gosh, that's the end. No, there is more. That wasn't for you anymore. There's something better that had to close for something better to happen. You wouldn't have seen the other thing if the door hadn't closed. So just something to think about. And I hope this resonates with you. If it doesn't, remember to leave it. Just leave it and move on. Okay. Well, I hope this assists you a little bit with whatever might be going on in your life. If it's time to close that door, go ahead and close it. Yeah? I support you in whatever you do. Go ahead and close it. Okay. We'll have a wonderful Friday. I know it's Friday, so we're going to look into the weekend. Maybe we could take this with us into the weekend. Okay? Okay. Have a great rest of your day. Thanks for tuning in. See you next time. Bye.